happened with the NCAA tournament this weekend. Now, I was a little disappointed, Chris, because on Sunday in round 2, or basically all of round 2, not many upsets. The first day, yes, there were a ton of them.
Yeah.
Ton of upsets that were out there. Round 2, not as many. So, do you have one? For me, I know what my biggest upset is, so I can say that at any time. But for you, do you have one that was bigger than any of the other ones this year?
Somehow Auburn getting beat was bigger than Kentucky getting beat for me. I think that was the bigger surprise. And so that's my upset of the year. Or of the tournament, excuse me. I will say, Brian, and you're probably going to not like this approach, but the lack of more upsets is leading to a stacked field now. And that's what I like. I want the best teams remaining because I want to see some good ball. So I kind of like when it wasn't a lot of upsets. I was biting my teeth with the Houston game. My God, because I've got them on every bracket winning the thing. So, but yeah, I don't need that many upsets. But Auburn getting beat, huge. I don't know why. It resonated more with me.
Well, I mean, here we got from the peanut gallery already, Ryan Elledge, who's in 19th place. So there's a Big B bracket challenge that might be somewhere out in the universe. I don't know.
Okay.
But Big B, whoever that guy happens to be, is in last place in his own bracket challenge. I don't know how. I don't know why.
Sure.
It's absolute garbage on what happened. It's rigged. It's rigged, just like the elections. It's rigged.
Okay.
And I'm not happy about it. I'm a little pissed off about it, to be quite honest. But I think you're right. As far as upsets go, I like first round upsets. I like to see that. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes down to crowning champions, I want to see the best beat the best. So I'm with you with that. However, the biggest upset it has to be Kentucky. Look, and here's the reason why. Auburn, a guy got kicked out in the first half that was their second best player on the team. That changed everything that they were trying to do. Now, do they still have enough talent to beat Yale? Yeah, they do. They do. And should have. But when you take your second best player, your number one defender, your second best player, and you eliminate that guy, not, hey, he got hurt before the game, we know we're going to play without him. No, 8 minutes into the game, and then he's out the rest of the game. That's a problem. Kentucky didn't have that problem. They just let a guy that couldn't even be a manager on their basketball team make 10 threes on him. That's what they did. I mean, there's not a kid on Oakland that could go to Kentucky and play. I don't even know if he could be in the two deep or anything. None of those kids. And yet they were able to beat them. That's
why people love the tournament. It's kind of why I don't. I don't like the underdogs having that much of a chance. You might want to check the comments. There will be some people are coming for you saying the biggest upset is your bracket. And so there's, I'm just letting you know.
Disrespect today. I see that's what we're doing today. It's disrespect Brian Day today.
Yeah. They were on fire with the Diddy comments. If you didn't see that, some of the funniest comments I've seen, almost everybody was in there.
But we can't put up every Diddy comment. No. I mean, they'll take us off of YouTube. So
yeah, they're fired up though. They're
Lord
fired up.
Have mercy. But either way, it was just, I don't know. The tournament, I love the upsets. I think the upsets are great. Kentucky getting beat, it made my day. You all know that. I thought it was outstanding. But yeah, when we start getting to the next round, then I like to say, okay, you know what? Let's let good on good. Let's see who wins. And everything can't be an upset. Like last year, the ratings were down so much in the Final Four because teams were in there that, okay, well, we know that UConn is going to win. Well, it turns out UConn whipped two teams, and that was the end of it. Yep. Let's get some competition. Let's see who actually can be the best. I do love the tournament, though, because of upsets can happen. But at the same time, when it gets down to the Final Four, I don't want to see Oakland in the Final Four.
Right.
I don't want to see that.
Well, you got Jacqueline with a whole bunch of consonants in her last name. Says, of the upsets remaining, who's going to make the Final Four? And I'm gonna leave that to you. But I kind of have the same thing. I always feel like the kids spend all of their emotional capital on these upsets, and then they turn around and lay an egg in the next round. Most of the time, you just run out of they're so young, and they just run out of that emotional energy. But who do you think of the upsets is going to make it?
Now, here's the thing.
Final Four.
Here's the thing. while my bracket is horrendous, admittedly, it's horrendous. All my Final Four teams are still alive. They are
Okay.
still alive and cooking. So
Okay.
for me, I still believe UConn is going to make it. I think Arizona is going to make it. I think Houston is going to make it. And then my sleeper pick, and they almost killed me, was Creighton. I
Okay.
like Creighton. Like, oh my God, I couldn't go to sleep. I was like, if
Okay.
you guys let Oregon, who wasn't even going to be in the tournament unless they won the Pac 12, if you let them be, I'm going to break my television. I didn't have to do that. So I felt good. So I still got a fighting chance. Everybody's making fun of me now. You're going to
Right.
hate me later when all my teams are in the Final Four and the team that I picked to win it wins it. Everybody's going to be upset. Again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Okay. I was
Right.
taught that by a smart man named Robert
Okay.
Hanley, notably my
Okay.
brother. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Now, he wasn't talking about basketball, he was talking about
Okay.
something else. Yeah.
I
But
would
at the
honor.
same time, it's all
I would
true.
actually say that that's more about how you start than how you finish, because the finish is always the same. If you know what I'm saying. All right. All right.
Unbelievable. They're going to kick us off of YouTube. Or maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah. I don't know. There's worse. There's worse on here.
Oh
Oh,
man. Yeah, I like the tournament, man. It's gonna be good this weekend. Really good teams, Chris. That's the thing, is that the upsets are kind of out of the way. Like if anybody wins now, yeah, a team that might be favored may win, but it's not really going to be an upset that win. The only one that's really going to be an upset would be if NC State beats somebody,
right.
but they
Right.
were kind of hurt all year. So their record, now granted, your record, you are what your record says that it is, but they didn't really have a full squad until the middle of February because guys were off and on hurt. And now you're actually seeing their squad, and they weren't bad, and they haven't
Yeah.
been bad. So we'll see what happens. We will absolutely see what happens. Let's go to some of these comments, Chris.
Well,
Let's let's
yeah. I mean,
dig
first of
in
all,
here a little bit.
are the Elledges in the same house? Because they are on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like
The
their
Elliges are
Wi-Fi is
people.
burning up.
I used to like Rebecca. I did.
Okay.
I liked Rebecca at one point in time. Now her husband Ryan has rubbed off on her too much.
Gotcha.
Because I've
Oh,
never liked Ryan. I've never liked him.
right.
But I did like Rebecca and just rubbed off too much. And then here's Ryan again. You got a long way to go. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Why does today have to be disrespect Big B Day? What happened here?
I
What
mean,
are we doing?
it's like you put out a budget guide and then took none of your advice. That's what I felt like. I was like, man, you've got some great tips in here, but you must not have taken any of it.
Yeah, apparently so. I thought I was rigging it, saying, hey, man, look, I want to send out a shirt. I want people to be happy. But
Right.
no, unbelievable. So, unbelievable. Look here, buddy Claiborne. Look here, buddy Claiborne. We got to stop. You got to stop, okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
Hey, he wasn't the only one that picked up on it. If you guys didn't hear me, I had a pause, underneath my breath when you're like, he's rubbed off on it. I was like, hey, come on now. And I'm the
Yeah.
one getting us in trouble on YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
Just keep it clean.
yeah.
Big B
So
is washed.
I got Houston, winning this whole thing. But, I took your advice and you told me that they've got some athletic bigs that
Yep.
play great defense.
Yep.
And, man, great defense ended up in a lot of foul trouble.
Gee, man,
And so if they can't get that under, they didn't play at full strength for the last 8 minutes between
Correct.
people not trying to get their fifth and then getting their fifth foul. That was
Correct.
insane. It looked like my 8th grade basketball team out there getting fouled out, So, I'm a little worried that Kelvin Sampson can't have, he hasn't got him playing good defense. He's got him playing aggressive defense. Two different things.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. I like Houston. I still like Houston. The thing is, they didn't get a friendly whistle. That's the thing. They come from the Big 12. They let you beat each other up and just destroy each other. You get into the tournament, you get officials from someplace else. They literally called everything. And boy, they paid the price for that.
But you got to adjust. You got to adjust. They were in foul trouble early in the game. Okay, that's the way they're calling it. My best availability is my availability. Let's do that. But no. We're gonna keep stepping under every layup, trying to draw a charge. Come on.
Yes.
This is 2024. Nobody wants to see a charge call.
Nobody wants to see a charge call. No, we're out on charges. We are out on charges. We've been out on charges, by the way. We don't want to see that anymore.